Hello, everybody. Today's Tuesday, March 17th. I want to share with you types of exercises that I've tried that have worked for me and haven't worked for me. But first, talk to your fitness expert, your doctor, or nutritional expert before you start any type of program. First, I want to say I've tried just about everything. From the time I was about 15, I started working out for self-esteem issues and trying to attract women and so on. And well, first I want to share with you the types of workouts that I've learned. Aside from training for a sport specific, there's bodybuilding, there's powerlifting, there's gymnastics, there's sprinting types of workouts, there's soccer workouts, football workouts, rugby, swimming, wrestling. Um, they all incorporate a lot of the same types of exercises and movements, and they can vary. Then, mind you, there's different exercises like bench press, incline bench press, decline bench press, shoulder press, standing shoulder press, side raises, deadlifts, squats, power cleans and presses, movements with kettlebells. All these sports, even boxing, mixed martial arts, they all use these types of exercises, but they change the forms. The forms can vary from sport to sport. For example, bodybuilding, you want strict form on bench press, whereas in football, you're just trying to get as many amount of reps up as possible. So bouncing off the chest is quite common. Um, and then there's different types of conditioning. Um, Anywhere from CrossFit, which combines weights and cardio. Then there's just running. There's interval training, which you go from different speeds from higher to lower. Those are quite effective for fat burning and increasing your cardiovascular system. Then there's a steady pace cardio for a slow burn, like if you're just walking at it or running at one pace for 20 minutes. All of these things work your body in good ways. Then stretching is important. I've learned from professional fitness instructors that it's only good to stretch at the end of a workout so you don't risk tearing anything during a workout when your muscles are cold. But again, check with your doctor and fitness experts. There's gymnastics, there's calisthenics, sports specific like boxing, football, mixed martial arts, swimming. All of these types of things will use some form or another of the similar types of exercises. Um, and from what I've found works the most for me, it's been 7 months that I've been using gymnastic rings and body weight exercises combined with intense running and the elliptical machines or stairmasters set at intervals and some stretching at the end of a workout. That these have worked best for me. Uh, it's been almost 7 months. I'm 6 feet, about 220 pounds, with about a 34-inch waist. I can run at about 8.5 to 10 miles an hour, and I'm looking to increase that to 20 miles an hour over the next couple of months. I don't do much of weights in terms of the weights at all anymore, and honestly, I can say my body's completely changed in ways that I never thought possible. Working with rings and straight bars are a lot harder. They will be discouraging at times, but they can really measure your progress. Um, and there's so many resources online, even YouTube. If you Google something like iron cross training or back and front lever training, you'll find a lot of good stuff. Um, I would say after 7 months, I'm moving into a beginner to intermediate, at the top end of beginner to intermediate. Like now, at the end of my next training cycle, I should be able to do at least one pull up with my own body weight with rings. I was able to do pull-ups before, wide grip chin-ups, just with a straight bar and my back arched, like with bodybuilding. But when I switched to rings, I had to go back to the assisted chin-up machine and put the pin all the way at the bottom to take the weight off to get the proper form. That's how much harder it is. But now I'm almost getting close to being able to do one pull-up rep with the rings. And a lot of the gymnastic movements and calisthenics, a lot of the movements are straight armed, uh, locked out like this. But believe it or not, I've had a lot. But again, check with your doctor, your physio, all the medical professionals. But at least for me personally, my joints don't hurt as much at all. I'm not knocking bodybuilding. I think it's still cool, to see a big, huge, ripped up freak. But for me personally, I think being more functional, being able to run, being able to jump, being able to move, being able to pull yourself up, being able to do all these types of things, handstands, is a lot more functional today. And something I've learned, again, I'm not knocking bodybuilding or powerlifting. I used to do them all. If you're like 280, 300, whatever, a power lifter or bodybuilder, your body still thinks you're obese because you have to carry around all that weight, even if you're ripped. And I feel much better at a lighter weight and I'm more flexible. I have more energy. Um, and of course, I eat well. I'm going to do a food segment from things that I've learned that have helped me. Maybe they can help you. Um, So what I do is combination of body weight exercises, a lot of ring movements like push-ups on a ball with the rings. I can do a full muscle up even on a straight bar. The first time I tried to do a muscle up movement on a straight bar, I literally fell to the ground, and I was able to close grip 225 pounds, let's say, for triceps. I was just shocked, blown away at how much different it is. Now I see, and I barely do weights except for standing military presses. What I'll do is, but I'll lock my arms out at the top and hold for 5 seconds. And I'm almost being able to do that at 145 pounds. I should be able to do that this training cycle. I just missed 145 pounds at that movement. But I still do some weight movements. But for squats, what I'll do is either body weight or one leg squats, or with a weight belt with a chain that you would use for dips, let's say. Um, I would set up two aerobic steppers side by side with a height of about 5 aerobic steppers high each. That way, when I squat down, the plates on my chain belt go between. One, I've been told by physio professionals and doctors and fitness experts that this will not compress your spine like having a barbell on your back. Again, not knocking the exercise, just talk to your medical experts. And this I find is quite helpful. And plyometrics, you can Google those. For example, box jumping, I do those as well. Things like hamstrings, I'll do hamstring curls, but pulling my own body weight. But again, always get clearance from your doctor. Um, and I love, one arm push ups, ring push ups, ring handstands. I getting close to being able to do them. And That's about all I can tell you. For abdominals, I love the dragonfly movements. You can Google those. And reverse, well, not reverse dragonfly, but pulling yourself up with your upper core. Um, all of these movements you can find out through Google and YouTube. But over the years, in the last 7 months, my body's tremendously changed for the better. It's looking in a way that I never thought possible, and it's still improving, which I'm thankful for. And of course, I follow Good Eating Habit, which will be later. Um, just find what works for you. If bodybuilding works for you, hey, who am I to say anything? If you want to try something different. But the thing is, if you want to try these exercises, calisthenics and ring movements and so on, the first few times, the first month you're trying them, believe me, you will feel discouraged and you will feel weak. Even if you can bench press 400 pounds, you'll feel weak. You might not even be able to do some of the basic things, but don't get discouraged, because over time you'll really be able to measure your strength and improvement, and your progression. And anybody who really needs a change from their current programs, I highly recommend looking into basic calisthenics and ring movements, gymnastic ring movements, and you can find cheap pairs online that are good quality for $50, or in stores. That's where I got my rings. I'm not gonna say just because of advertising where I've bought mine from, but you can find them on the common sites. Anyhow, but before you do that, check with your doctor, make sure it's okay. Anyhow, exercising is very important. Mixing it up, CrossFit, etc. is swimming is good to work muscles, in a way that can't be worked normally. Anyhow, just get out there and do it, and find your niche, and you can even mix and match from one style to the other, whatever works for you to keep you motivated. Anyhow, I bid you a good day, and see you again soon.